At the close, that's Joel Elconin. I'm Spencer Israel. Joel, not a lot of like market moving news today, which is fine. We can't all think not every day can be a busy news day. As far as the overall market is concerned, no real rhyme or reason. You got a lot of green, you got some red. How does it come out to?
Well, Spencer, I just want to tell you, I mean, you could still lose a lot of money on these days
Sure,
or make a lot of money.
sure.
I tend to not do well in these range bound days. I'm looking more for trends. But, if you're a range trader and, you have a good feel for the ranges, like today we went down, we made a new low, we rallied, made a new low, we rallied,
Mhm.
made a new low. I mean, those are tough kind of days. It never gets to your exact targets, but
Right.
that's about having different trading styles for different environments. And I've never been one to be more, in a range trading. I'm looking for a continuation move. So don't be discouraged. It really all depends on what your trading style is and just your appetite for risk. But the story was we just couldn't, we tried to rally and we barely got green on the session. That closed from yesterday, 46 even. 48 and a quarter was your regular session high. That was well short of the pre-market high. So you know how I like to look at that. We took out the pre-market low by a pretty good margin, 1650. But as you can see here on the 15-minute chart, we came roaring back almost to 3340. And now we're trending back down. So not a bad day considering the big gain that we had yesterday. Just giving a little bit back. And I'm afraid to say, folks, that this is a kind of trading action that you're going to have to sit through. What day's the election? November 4th, November 5th, something like that. November 6th,
Third, right? It's the
3rd.
yeah. It's always the
Okay.
first Tuesday, so it's the third.
Okay, the first Tuesday. So, maybe right, it may be wrong, but I think you have a nervous market. You also have the end of the quarter tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
And
it's kind of snuck up on us.
what would you do if you were a big time manager? You got the end of the quarter coming up. You're sitting on some profits. You don't know what the hell is going to happen in October. You don't know what's going to happen into the election.
Like this is a leading question. You want me to say I would lighten up, which you're right. If I was, if I was managing real money, which of course I am not,
Yeah,
and
you are. You
and
don't.
it and it's
You
easy
manage real money.
and it's easy to to talk, easier said than done. But I feel like I would want to take some risk off the table in light of the fact that I'm probably still very green from the past couple of quarters, and you've got this election thing happening. Who knows what could go on there? Who knows if we even know the winner on election day? So, yeah, I mean, I get the sense that there's going to be some people taking some risk off the table. Some,
What if you're based on performance? What if you're based on a performance? And if you still have outstanding positions, you don't get
then
paid on those.
then I would buy calls on Tesla and call it a day.
All right. No, it's market psychology. And,
Yeah.
you've been with us for a while here and you've been through the ups and downs and the major downs and the major ups. So, sometimes you just have to sit through these periods in the market and
Yeah.
wait for better opportunities. But we
Yeah.
still got some stocks. There's still some movers out there. We could still cover them for our friends here in the chat.
Yeah, we've been very spoiled this year in terms of content and volatility, because not every year is like obviously the last 6 7 months. So yeah, I think we're probably entering the time of relative quietness in the market uncertainty. I want to talk about Neo here. This was at the top of my list. We didn't get to it this morning, but there was an analyst note from Deutsche Bank, and they basically talked up Neo as being the cream of the crop for these Chinese EV companies. And Neo is,
What's that mean?
well, let's see. A buy rating was issued, giving it a $24 price target. I'll read directly from here if I can. No, nothing really. I mean, there are a number of Chinese electric vehicle companies now, public companies, and the analysts were saying Neo is the best of them.
My comment was more relocated to electric vehicle craze than anything geographical or political. So I don't want to get in trouble again. Um, it's a blast and it's a potential breakout here, right? This is a new all time high. The former all time high was made. Man, you're right there right now. This is interesting. I mean, if you're going to let an analyst push you around and dominate your buying and selling, and you're buying today, if you're a fader of the analyst, you're saying, wow, two other times it got over 21 bucks, 21.05 on September 2nd, and then 21. What was the other time you're over? A couple times over 21, and it failed miserably, 2097. So potential breakout here. I would just make sure that, if you're buying this and it holds the gains, it holds the close and follow through tomorrow. It's really not a 2-day move. It's its fourth day of a rally coming up from the $17 level, but new all-time high and analysts pushing it there. I'd rather see it on some other fundamentals than an analyst note.
I wish there was a way to know, the breakdown of the ownership in a stock between retail and institution, because I'm pretty sure, just anecdotally speaking, that NEO is controlled by retail. And one way I can guess that is just by looking at the number of ETFs that own NEO. And A, there aren't that many, and B, the ones that do own NEO are very small in terms of assets. So I just don't know how many institutions are really own this stock. And I get the sense, just based on not just today, but past few months, that this is a retail driven stock.
Yeah, but you know what? Also, I mean, you got to look not only at the institutional ownership. I mean, institutions will rent something. I mean, they have different trading styles and different trading horizons. So if they get, they'll have programs here on a 2 or 3 day move or something. So I won't say they have a huge institution, a huge holdings in it. You don't know, but who needs institutions when you have high frequency traders, when you have, bots that are trading headlines and,
Yeah.
it's driven. So I really don't know about the institutional. I've never seen a car from them. I've never seen anything. You're buying it based on an analyst move here. So if you're along it and you're hitting a target, I would strongly encourage you to take that target. If you're short it, well, you better know where your stop is. And, as Triple D would say, when stocks are making a new all time high, I would just let it do more than one day. Like, prove to me more than one day that you're a $21 stock. Last month's high was 2097. We fell off, and today's high is 2112. So it's got to prove it. He's got to prove it tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
All right. Several people are telling me that apparently you can find institutional ownership on places like Yahoo Finance. I just looked it up. Yahoo Finance says, according to Reuters, where they get their data from, Thomson Reuters, that 42% of NEO shares are held by institutions. But I thought that was, I guess that's different than insiders. That's what I thought that number was. I thought that was how many, percentage of shares that's owned by company executives and insiders, not necessarily institutions, but I could be wrong. So if that's what it says, then I guess maybe my hunch is mistaken, but I'll have to look more into
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. Maybe Marissa Mayer's in our chat and she's trying to, pump up the stock, Baba or something. I don't know. No, we spent enough time on this puppy.
Okay. What about, where do I want to go next? Let me find my list. What about Beyond Meat? I don't know if you saw that one today, but you cannot keep it down for long. Got this really nice rounding bottom, whatever you want to call that sort of thing. There was a headline this morning at 9:00 as we were talking with Mr. Left about talking up their distribution with Walmart, essentially.
Once again, the news is moving the stock up 16 bucks. Probably caught a lot of people from that candle on Friday. That was an ugly red candle. So shorts were like, ha, the 160 top is in. They were leaning to the short side. And that was yesterday, not Friday. I forget because I was off yesterday. So people leaning short, closed near the low of the session, 150, 130, $9 higher open, right? You could have bought yesterday's high if you were so inclined. Maybe someone like Jeremy Newsom did that. You bought 160. boom, you took about a buck worth of heat, which I think you'd have to at least on a stock like Beyond Meat. And then it took off. So on the monthly charts, not much in here, 183.99. Going to settle off the high of the day here. So you want to look for follow through. I mean, is everyone going to run to Walmart and eat Beyond Meat burgers? I don't know. I mean, that remains to be seen. We'll see that next quarter. We get them. We have them. They're in the freezer. When there's nothing to eat, we throw them on the grill or something.
My issue is just they're expensive. This is really my only.
They are expensive.
Yeah.
And, I throw the same stuff on there, Thousand Island, tomatoes, pickles, lettuce, whatever. So you can tell the difference in the taste, but the news is moving it, and to see if it can sustain that move off Walmart.
Yeah. That was pretty much it as far as stocks on my list here. I had seen Shopify having a good day today. There are a number of stocks that, caught my attention on the downside, but nothing really. Nikola saw a headline go by that I guess the deal is not going to close tomorrow.
No?
So does it matter? I mean, how much more would you like it to fall? You know what I mean?
If you're short, you want to see it go to zero here. And, I kind of was lazy on my bearings this week, but there was a write-up about the company in Hindenburg, where
I read that.
You did? What did you think?
I mean, it basically just about the guy and how he found this particular case, but it's a good article. I mean,
let's talk about this PLL. I missed this one, huh?
Well, we talked about this. Oh no, we did not talk about this morning. It may have been yesterday. This was the company that had the deal with Tesla, right?
Why? But this is what I want to know. Like, why was it halted for so many days? You see this on the daily?
It looks like it was halted on the 18th.
Okay.
And that is weird.
Why?
That's really weird. I do not know.
Is that when did he make when was the battery day thing?
That was last week, but they announced a deal with Tesla yesterday morning.
This one, I mean, if the SEC doesn't have anything to do, let's just look at this trading pattern here. On September 16th, this stock closed at $8.30 on 152,000 shares, right?
Yep.
Okay, here, let me illustrate this. So I'm not, you guys don't think I'm crazy, okay? The following day, it traded 1 million shares, and it rallied from 830 to 11, 152,000 versus 1 million. And then it's halted. It's not 14 days, Big Bill D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days is halted for. And then it comes out with Tesla news. It trades 50 million shares. It goes to 54.5.
Wait a minute. What happened to this thing? Was that a stock split? What? That may have been a stock split. Never mind.
I don't know if anyone's ever going to know. But then, man, if you were part of that million buy on the 17th, it was halted news pending. So, yeah, the news is that someone knew that Tesla was going to do a deal with them. And there you go. So it gave it back. Yesterday's close 37. Never got near that and is back on the decline. So I don't know if this is stock going back to originally where it came from, but that's what happens when you trade stocks that you only trade 152,000. The day before that, it traded 82,000. So, I mean, 40,000, 50,000. So I don't know, but I did notice that after someone pulled that stock up, I started looking at my LTHM and that bounced right back. Right? Got down to 750 and then got some life back in it too. So I don't know what's going on with this whole battery thing, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in PLL. for my lithium play, I like this stock, and I like to see it's bad. If it back, as soon as it gets back over 950, we'll have to take another look at it. But very, very strange price action. S&P's tailing off here a little bit into the close. Maybe some profit takers for the end of the quarter, getting things done a little bit quicker. Going to close in the red, selling off, but like it's not one of those closes where you're like looking for huge follow through. But we'll see what happens during that lively debate. What time's that on?
9 p.m. Eastern on every single channel that you have on your television. So
yeah, okay. Well, all right. Let's what is that? It's 3:56. Do you want to talk some more stocks from the show this morning?
Akash is asking us about Apple. You know what, Joel? Maybe you can help me with this. When's the last time Apple had a day this quiet, a daily range that was this small? Because what is their range today? It's $1.74 is the range today, and that's
look at that.
That's the smallest, I think, since August 19th.
Okay. And this range in the S&Ps, I mean, during the day session, it's a little over 30 points. If you include the overnight session, it's a little over 50 points. So being the top, second top component in the index, then wow, that is it. A good catch. I mean, what I would do, Apple trader here, let's see what happens at 115.31, 115.32. Those are your highs from the last two sessions. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, now the other high was 116. So nice double top there, tight range, way below the average daily range. Let me see what the true average daily range is in Apple. But yeah, just big component in the index, having a quiet day. Apple owners will be watching the debate as well, and of course, which way the market goes with the futures has it averages its 9-day true average range is 4.69. So consolidation period, it's good, big up days, big down days, but it's always good to note consolidation periods.
Yeah. What about APTV Aptiv? This one's having a good day today, up a little over 1%, or just under 2% actually.
This is like a drug stock, isn't it?
No, this is a auto supplier.
Auto supplier. Oh, really? Delphi. This is a local company.
All right, there we go.
All right.
All right.
I don't know why. It must be a supplier to automotive cars or to electric cars. Nice day. Don't know the reason for it. Clearing some monthly resistance over 90. Let's see here. Next stopping point for me would be 92.50. That was your February high. So this is getting back almost all its losses. You got to 92.29 today. So man, oh man, if you've been sitting on this since February and you held on when it went to $30 and you swore that if it ever got back to 92, you're going to sell it. Well, you had your opportunity today. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah. Dion,
there's my chart. I was late on the chart there.
That's okay. Dion noting that he's been burned with local companies to us, like RKT. Sorry, don't know what to tell you, but
Raz and Dennis will have all the answers for RKT on Friday's show.
Don't ask Joel about that one. He's not on the same on the same train as them. That's the closing bell. That means we're closed. Joel,
We close here.
How do we close today?
We tailed off near the end. We're going to be down about 19 handles, 20 handles as we speak. So a little more profit taking going into the close. And we'll see what happens with tonight's debates. If you're trading tonight, be careful. I don't see how anyone can trade what's coming out of these guys' mouths, but we'll see what happens. We'll be back with you to put our own PMP spin on it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning waiting for you guys to tell me what to think, because that's what I need. Thank you very much, PJ, for that super chat comment just now. We appreciate all of that. We appreciate the likes as well. It helps us with that YouTube algorithm. So thank you very much for all the likes. Let's see. You can catch a replay of this on YouTube. Please remember all the information from our show. It's meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. We'll be back tomorrow with Kenny Glick at 8:35. Until then, everyone, have a great rest of your day.